You are listening to the Eskimo Empire Podcast, a proud member of the Canadian Football Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Empire. It's the Eskimo Empire Podcast.
Riley's in the shotgun, looking downfield, and then throws. It is up in the air to the goal line. Bounces. What a catch! What a catch by Duke Williams! Touchdown, Eskimos! Bryant Mitchell. It's going to be intercepted. Arjun Colhoun. 108 yards to the end zone. Vidal Hazelton.
Welcome back to the Turf District for a special episode of the Eskimo Empire Podcast, brought to you by United Construction Company. I am the regular host, Andrew, and of course you can find all of our social media channels, blogs, and show links at eskempire.ca, and make sure you check out our sponsor, unitedconstruction.ca, for all the amazing work that they do there as well. I just decided that I had a little bit of extra time due to some delays, so I thought I would head out to practice and talk to a couple guys and get some information for everyone. So was lucky enough to catch up with both D-line Coach Maxie, and with, of course, one of our favorites on the show, Jamill Smith. So I have both of those for you here back to back. Hope you enjoy them, and hopefully we can return to not too long in the near future. So I'm hoping we'll be able to be back at it. Of course, enjoy the game this week against Montreal. Should be a good one out at Commonwealth. Enjoy these, and we will absolutely talk to you in a couple of weeks. All right, we're now joined by the defensive line coach of the Eskimos, Demetrius. Maxie. How you doing?
Good, Andrew. How you doing, brother?
Doing very well, very well. Thanks for joining us. I wanted to ask you a few things, but first I want to start today. Sometimes it gets a little heated in practice when you're here, and what's it like being on the coach's side of those things?
Well, with me, I feel like I'm one of them. You know, I'm living my thoughts and my dreams, and my continue to play with the players. So I understand how they feel. I've been there, done that, and you've been facing this. You've been facing your opponent, which is our team, for months now, right? So, and we just came off of something that we should have took control of, is that loss. And people are a little chippy. If they're not chippy, that means they don't care.
Yeah, very true, very true. So now, as a player, did you have a coach that you kind of looked up to, that kind of you are now using some of those talents and things as you're bringing them to this team?
Don Matthews, he was a great coach of mine and a good friend and a mentor. So everything that I learned through him and his coaching staff along the way, and how he enforced things on his coaching staff and players, I tried to bring it over to my players and the group that I have, and try and implement great things, what I learned from the past, on them.
Man, his footprint is everywhere, right? I mean,
no doubt. He done brought a lot of coaches in, you know what I mean? And a lot of coaches are still here that he met along the way. Yeah. So, and a lot of these coaches use a lot of things that he did. To me, in my eyes, he's the best coach that I ever had, and the best coach that ever been in the CFL.
Oh, fantastic. So now I'm going to ask, because we're getting closer to Labor Day. Now, you played Labor Day as a player in all three different big Labor Day matches. Was there one that was more fierce than the other, or did you find they were all kind of equal?
All kind of equal, but just being over here on the West, Toronto Hamilton was a big one. Yeah. Calgary and Edmonton is, the province of Alberta is so broad, and everybody loves sports here, right? Yeah, so and they get into it. So you're doing it for the province. You're just not doing, and you're doing it for the province, just not to cities, because they intertwine so much. And then you got Red Deer in the middle, and you can't forget about them. and it's good, it's a great rivalry, and it's a fun game to be able to be part of.
Is it more intense as a player or as a coach now that you've done both?
As a player, a coach, I'm not out there on the field no more. Even though those days are done. Like I said, I'm living it through those players, and I feel everything what they feel, because I believe that we are one. You know what I mean? And we are a great unit, and they play well, and they're easy to coach because they listen well.
Awesome. So now this group, I know the other day you called them the kids. There you got these young guys that are coming through. How are you finding that blend? Because last year, of course, you had a lot more veterans. This year, you've got all these young guys.
Yeah, they are kids. Even when they older young men, they still are kids at mind. And playing football, you don't grow up until you're done. And even sometimes you still don't grow up. But playing football, you still it's a young game, right? So, you try and stay young so you could be able to adjust and fit into all the younger guys that come in. So, and your mindset got to be totally different. You know what I mean? Because you have to adjust to all the different variety of cultures and people that's coming within your circle. Yeah,
that's fantastic. Tell us what you think a little bit. A star for us, and we talk about him all the time, Earthquake-u. What do you see in him being that, coming off the end, second year, having a big year?
Boateng, like I was talking about earlier, as long as they listen and you get them to buy into the system, they'll be great for the program, right? So Boateng is one of those guys. He listens, he adjusts well. He's an explosive athlete, and he has fun. You know what I mean? He enjoyed the game. You never know when it's going to be your last game. Right. And Boateng got injured earlier, and he came back, and his mindset was totally different. And he understands it could be over in a heartbeat. So he's willing to do whatever he needs to do in order to continue to play football. And I enjoy every bit of him because he is a class act football player.
Awesome. So now let's learn a little bit more about you. What do you like to do when you're not doing football?
You sleep. Whenever I have an opportunity, I lay my head down. I'm a movie guy. I like watching movies.
Got a favorite?
Fish. No, just any action thriller. Okay. Thriller action movies. Those are my favorite movies. So if it got a lot of good action and a suspense movie that's gonna make you jump, I'm focused. Okay. I'm focused. But I like to fish. Nice. if I have an opportunity to go fishing and just relax and meditate a little bit and just take in the earth.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm gonna do it.
That is fantastic. Yes, and in Edmonton, what's been the best part of being here? Because, you only ever came here as a player before. So now that you've been here a few years, what do you think?
The people, we got beautiful people here. You have great food, different venues where you could go, and it's always something to do. I always thought Calgary was a bigger and better city, while I was there, because I never ventured out to Edmonton as much. But now venturing out to Edmonton is one of my favorite cities on the west next to BC. Awesome. Vancouver. Yeah. But Edmonton is, like I said, food, good-looking people, nice people, and friendly people. As long as you're kind with me, I'm loving you. So it's kind people here.
If anybody knows you from your playing days, we're always kind. We don't want to cross you. We know how that works. Yeah, exactly.
I'm a gentle giant. I appreciate that.
What do you like to eat?
Thai food is my favorite.
Nice.
I like Vietnamese. You can't go wrong with the beef out here. So you got to get a nice little steak and, just enjoy a few little vegetables with it.
Awesome. All right, one question we ask everyone we have on. What does the Eskimo way mean to you?
The Eskimo way means to me is you do everything possible for the betterment of the team, and you represent the team like it's you. You know what I mean? And togetherness, and we do everything together, and we just everything, like you hear me say we, right? Yeah. It's never a I, it's always us and we. Yeah. So that's what the Eskimo way means to me, is we do everything for the betterment of the team.
Awesome. Well, you're doing a fantastic job with the line this year. We're so happy you're here. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. You're the best. Thank you, brother.
Hey, this is Jed Roberts, and you're listening to the Eskimo Empire Podcast.
The Eskimo Empire podcast is brought to you by United Construction Company. As a full-service commercial general contractor, United Construction Company serves large and small-scale commercial, light industrial, and multifamily residential construction projects across Western Canada. UCC is a relationship-focused builder, forming a trust and respect that is at the forefront of their commitment to quality, value, and integrity. Visit their website at unitedconstruction.ca to find out more and support them as they support the Empire.
Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Get loud for me. Hands in the crowd, we tearing it down.
You can join the Empire online.
Find us at eskempire.ca.
Check out all the new blogs and then follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
For more history, follow at Esks History on Twitter.
And even more of my pics on Esk Empire Photo.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to help the pod grow. Thanks again for listening. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are joined now by special team and wide receiver Jamill Smith. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How about yourself?
Doing very well. You're getting back into the lineup here after having a bit of injury. How was the first game back last week?
It was okay. I feel like I never play perfect. You know what I mean? I always look at something. I say I could have done this better or done that better, but it was okay. Good. Can be a lot better, and that's what we're looking forward to. Just stacking up good days and getting better from every day.
Awesome. Now, you're doing a lot of the kick returning, and it's such a specialty, really, because not only do you have the speed, which is fantastic, but you really got to read blocks and do all those types of things. What's the hardest part for you doing the kick returning?
The hardest part on kick returning, it's all just reading the blocks. That's all it is, and just making somebody that's not blocked miss. That's probably the hardest part, but it's still, that's what I've been doing since I was a kid, and I just follow my guys. They give me somewhere to run and I follow them. Okay. Yes, sir.
The nice thing is you can hide behind a lot of them.
That's what they used to say in high school when I played quarterback. Yeah.
You played quarterback in high school?
Yes, sir. All State, Indiana.
Wow, that is fantastic. And now you're just ripping up the field. That's fantastic. Now that you're back, and obviously we're looking forward to the game against Montreal this week, what do you find is there a big difference when you play different teams, or is special teams kind of the same every game?
Some teams might bring a little more passion to special teams, but other than that, every player is its own unique entity in special teams. So I do study film, and see who the guys are, but in the schemes, but at the same time, it's all their unique entities on every single play on special teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, nice thing here, when you have a day like today where it's all smoky outside, you get to practice inside. Yeah. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Never in my life. I've seen it the last couple of days, and it still wasn't like this, though. It looked yellow when I woke up. I was like, oh no, what's happening? Armageddon or some stuff.
It did look a little apocalyptic this morning.
It's crazy.
Now, let's talk about something else that you got to see for the first time last year. And I was so excited when you finally got to West Edmonton Mall and you were posting the pictures. Is it still awe? Do you still go there lots? Or?
Yeah. Well, I don't have my car yet, but I've been there. I've been there this year already, But when I get my car, I'm definitely going to be going back there probably once or twice a week. I don't even buy anything. I just like to see the skating rink, see the people skating, all different things.
It's amazing when you have it all in one place, right? And for us, we take it granted because we live here. But when you don't, it's like, whoa, what the hell?
Exactly. It's astonishing, literally.
Cool. Let's talk about you a little bit outside of football. So what do you like to do when you're not playing football?
Read, go walks on the River Valley.
Nice.
Drink tea, go places to drink tea. Yeah, I'm a chill guy. I'm not really I'm a chill guy. Like the Moth. You been to the Moth Cafe?
Oh, yeah.
I go there probably 3 or 4 times a week, drink my little tea, read, study my plays. So that's what I do.
Nice. Yeah. What kind of tea you like?
They got something called green tea there.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. And also they have this thing that's good for inflammation in your heart. Yeah, so I'm good. I like that type of stuff.
Nice. All right. And what are you reading these days?
Somebody else told me I couldn't say what I was reading.
Oh, okay.
So the other one is, I guess I say Modern Mindfulness, which is a book about just being mindful in our in our environment because it's different than being on a hill in Nepal, you know what I mean? Yeah. Being in a workplace where you got to see people all the time is different than being secluded in where you can meditate all the time, you know what I mean? Yeah. But in the other one, I'm going to just say Mian Kof.
Okay.
Mind Kof.
That's all right. You can say that. That's fine. You got to read these things, right? This expands the mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you watch any Netflix? Do you watch any shows, anything like that?
Brain Games on Netflix.
Okay.
That's my thing. If I'm watching Netflix, it's Brain Games. Okay. So I'm one of them type of people. So yeah, the stuff that's on there, crazy. I just watch. It's crazy. I rewind it all the time. They have some crazy things on how the brain works and how just your mind and the world works with your brain.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Favorite type of food or something you like to eat?
Favorite food would be my grandma's dish she cooks. It's like a little chicken and rice dish from. Ooh. Yeah, she brought it back when she went to Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, so she always makes it. Made with palm oil, hands down, best dish. Hands down.
Well, that's a good one. That's awesome. Yes. And then, do you have a pre-game ritual or anything like that you kind of go about?
Not like a real ritual. I just visualize, meditate, look over my things, and listen to music.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I got to tell you, it's real easy to spot you because you got a great smile. I know Kayla's always very big on that to see that smile, and we love having you here. What's the best part of being in Edmonton?
The best part of Edmonton, I just thought about this the other day, and I forgot what I thought about. Literally, one was the people. It's different, and how they support football. There it is. Because I never been in a city where it's just like, when you're an Eskimo, you can go anywhere and people are just going to treat you like royalty dang near. Yeah. So how the city vibes with the football, and how you can feel that city of championship, that city of champions feel, like everywhere you walk, and I like that a lot.
Awesome. Okay, one last one for you because we like to, put the hard one at the end. If you had 1 hour to spend with anybody, alive or dead, who would it be?
Malcolm X. It's not a hard one. Malcolm X.
That's awesome.
Malcolm X, yes.
Okay. Why do you pick Malcolm?
His thought process.
Yeah.
And like my family was big on that. Like my grandfather, he was big in activism. Okay. Just the same path that he took, kind of the same path that Malcolm took, and he's just a crazy leader and an intelligent guy. How he went through everything by himself in his adverse situations and just overcame it. Yeah. Oh, that's my guy.
Fantastic. Well, we love having you here. Good luck on Saturday. I know that you guys are going to clean up. That's what we're ready to watch. And good luck for the rest of the season, man.
Thank you.
Beep, beep. Boy, those were fun to record. Those guys were so great. Coach Maxie even got a Eskimo Empire podcast t-shirt, and he said he was going to try and wear it around so that we'd be able to see him in it. And just a real easy guy to talk to. Could spend a lot of time chatting with him. And of course, Jamill was really spiritual and meditational, and I really liked chatting with him. And I again could just sit down and have a great conversation with him. I hope you enjoyed those. As I said before, make sure you follow our sponsor, United Construction Company, at unitedconstruction.ca. You can follow Commissioner Kayla at Duchess Lombardi. And of course, you can follow Superfan at 56 Parkies, me at Free Policious, and the show at Esk Empire Pod. Looking forward to being back in a couple of weeks. So until then, remember, you can't catch footballs with your face, and we will absolutely talk to you very soon.
Thanks for listening. Find more great shows like this at CF Pod Network on Twitter.